made this little mini sign. I think it's kind of cool. Just gonna go hang this up over here. Lovely. Anyway, so today's the day that we are going to get the new track, like 8 months later. And yeah, hopefully. Also, hi everybody, my name is Chicken. Welcome back to another video. It's going to be part 2 of my model railway journey. And yeah, so this is going to be part 2. We're going to get the track done today. Probably not like today for me, but like today for you. Goal for this video is to have, like, you know, because it's just Bachmann Easy Track, like it's bad. I don't want it anymore. So we're gonna be switching it out to something else. I want to see if I can trade in all of my old Bachmann Easy Track. I've got like boxes and boxes of it as well, so I'm hoping I can get some sort of discount on new track from the store that I plan on going to. But yeah, so I might record a little segment of me at the train store, but we'll see. So see you then. Hello everybody, my name is Chicken. Welcome back to my super duper model railway video update video. It's been a while, even since I recorded that last bit, which I don't know if I'm including in the video or not, but you know, yeah, so we're gonna do some work on the model railway today, and the HO model railway, because I mean, why would I ever want to switch to N scale? No, I would never. I would never. Hello again. So it's been 3 months since I recorded that last segment, and that was back in February, and it is now May, and yeah, I got all of my track out over here, and all of the all my Bachmann stuff over here. You're like, Chicken, what happened? You were just going to the store to get track. I've done something, and yeah, so I have decided to make the switch to N scale. I realized that what I wanted to do, like, I recorded like a whole segment of like track plans, right? And I think this was in the first part too. It's just not going to be possible with HO. I made the mistake because I have to reach the shelves, right? Like, I have to reach those, and most model railway layouts are like at least 4 feet deep, right? Because like the standard radius is 18 inches, and then the track is 2 inches, so really it's like you need 40 inches of space. This table is 40 inches. So it's not quite big enough for HO for what I wanted, but that's okay. I've decided to make the switch to N scale, so we'll be able to fit in a lot more stuff. The biggest thing right now is just the lack of engines. One, because Bachmann hasn't made as many in N scale yet. We are getting more, which is very cool. And that was a contributing factor, like just knowing that they're probably going to make more. And 2, I just haven't bought enough. Like, this is it. I just have the Percy and Thomas starter sets right now, and a bunch of track. So, yeah. So I made the switch, and I bought a pack of 25. Even though this is only 20, they only sent me 20. I don't know why. Don't trust that on Amazon. Of like flex track. so I'll be able to, kind of like plan it out better. But N scale just allows me to do so much like more with this. So the track plan is still going to be pretty much the same. Just going to be changing a few things. There's going to be a 2-track main line and a branch line loop in the middle instead of a narrow gauge loop, because narrow gauge is N scale. Well, it's 009, but it runs on N scale track. So like, I mean, that's Reneus next to Thomas. It's like, it's inverse, right? So, yeah, so no narrow gauge. That's the biggest part. But I'm okay with that because it will allow me to do more stuff with these guys. So I will go into the plan a little bit more, but I have sketched out a general idea, which is, again, still pretty similar to what it was originally. But yeah, so I want to lay out some more track. Just wanted to show this off. I just did like a little test run with Percy up the hill. So yeah, I will see you when I get more track done. Hopefully 2 loops. Okay, so I have finished laying the track down. In the last clip, it was just a bunch of stuff, and I'm just saying that because it's been about 2 months for me. I just went back and I rewatched that last part. But yeah, so it looks a little different to me, but I guess that's just kind of what happens with time. Again, it has been 2 months. It's now June 20 something. Yeah, it seems a lot more wooden, and the engines seem a lot slower now. I'm not totally sure what that's about. I don't remember having Spencer in N scale. Yeah, anyway. So I am on summer vacation, and even with months of free time, I still was not able to do hardly anything with model related. I forgot to record the section of whenever I actually had some N scale track up here. I made 1 loop of N scale track. I did, like all the way around. I made one loop. I never made a second one or did anything else. All the track is still just down here. But I just forgot to record it, apparently. But it wasn't anything really all that cool. So here's this now. Yeah. So I have made the switch to Wooden Railway. And my main reason for that is because I realized I don't have time right now in my life for modeling with all the stuff that I still want to do. For me, the hardest part is just the track and getting everything wired and all that stuff. And part of it scares me a lot more because it's just, a lot more complicated than just laying down a wooden track. But this is what I know, and I'm good at it. And I'm able to do about just as much stuff as I would have otherwise. So I did that. That was a reason. And 2, I realized, I've been working on customs. They're not done. These ones are done though. I'm working on customs, and I realized, man, I'm spending all my time working on wooden customs, but I'm not making a layout for them. I'm making a layout for stuff I haven't even started yet. So that was another reason. I just wanted to do something for my customs. But yeah, so
You'll see a video on those at some point, but not right now. Not for a while. So yeah, wanted a spot for my customs, and it's, I don't know, wooden railway just fits in better aesthetically with the rest of the room that's also wooden railway. I forgot to turn on the light. Let me turn on the light real quick. There we go. Hopefully you can see things a bit better. So yeah, it always did feel kind of weird to me that the whole room is just dedicated to wooden railway stuff, and then we just have this table over here of not that. But now it is. It will be. And just to show you that I am serious about this, I did go ahead and finish the track plan, except for the sheds. But to me, that's like the final step, right? Like that's the final step of commitment, is just getting the track done. I still need to get some more clickety-clack track for some of the parts for traction rail. So I'll have to order that or trade something, I don't know. But yeah, so that's the plan. The plan is to have a giant Railway Series inspired Thomas Wooden Railway layout on this table. So there we go, guys. You still get the Wooden Railway layout video for this month. But yeah, so it's still the same general thing, like I was saying earlier. Still the same thing as what I wanted to do originally. We're still going to have Tidmouth Station over here. We're going to have 5 tracks. We're going to have a big switch yard here. I'm going to 3D print, because I got my 3D printer. That's how long it's been. I got a 3D printer, so I'm going to 3D print more crossover tracks. And there's going to be probably like 8 on the layout or something like that. So that way you can go all the way from the outside line down here to Knapford. Even though it says Ellsbridge. Something that I really want to do, and I'm so excited to work on this, is make custom Thomas Wooden Railway inspired buildings. Because I'm not going to be using stuff like this. I'm not using like anything like super realistic. I want this to be a TWR layout, at least aesthetically. So I plan on making all the buildings in the same style as Wooden Railway. And this table here, I hurt my side, so I had to get some. Woo. I had to raise the table up so I could just still build a layout. I might do a video on this, but I don't really feel like I need to. It's just, you can see it here. This really made me fall in love with building like bigger layouts on a table again, because a long time ago in the train room, I did have big tables that I just built layouts on for Wooden Railway, and then I switched to model, and then it never went anywhere. And now we're back to Wooden Railway, so it's come full circle twice, I guess. But yeah, so this has really made me kind of appreciate Wooden Railway scenery, and like just getting a bunch of like the old vintage items and stuff, like this signal box, and like this works building thing and the water towers and just all that stuff. It's really made me appreciate that art style. So I want to make customs of it. I think it'd be really cool. Make other buildings in the same style. So I would be making essentially just another Ellsbridge, but it would be labeled Knapford and be more accurate to the books and all that stuff. Yeah, just be something like that. Another thing is that this back here, Tidmouth, we have this is Tidmouth Harbor, but it's I'm gonna put Cranky here just because it's the docks. I plan on, making like a custom station for it, where it'll probably be like, I'll have another one of these like over here, and I'll have a gap in the middle for a platform. Focus. Gap in the middle for a platform, and platforms like, on either side, and it'll all be custom made with custom decals. It won't look like this. It'll be, again, in the same style as something like that. Or I guess more like that. But yeah, so I'm trying to structure this, but I'm I'm too eager right now, too excited. But like, back here, on the back, I think I talked about this. I don't really remember. But back here, I want kind of like a beach facade on the wall, and then this little siding here, I want to make like a coastal village thing. So just get like 1/2 inch thick pieces of wood to look like buildings, kind of like the fishing village, just something like that, and just kind of like the townhouses or whatever. And then over here, this is like the coal loader, coaling plant thing. And I'm gonna 3D print something probably similar to the log loader down here with like the tipping mechanism, so that way you can tip the coal trucks over. Something similar to that, because that's how it is in the books. It's like, you just push the trucks up there, and then you get other stuff, and it just kind of tips over like that. And that's going to be really cool. I plan on 3D printing my own turntable as well, that won't have the extra like circle bits. It's just going to be the track in the middle with a ring. Woo. Because my custom Henry doesn't fit on this table, on this turntable, so I have to make a bigger one. And because I'm making a bigger one, I get to make my own timber sheds. And it will be a roundhouse style with 6 tracks, hoping I can squeeze that in there. But if not, I at least know that I can do just like the, that thing with like the 3 V switches. So if all else fails, I can resort to that. But I would like to make a custom one. And then we'll just have like a siding here for trucks or whatever. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm too hyper right now. But yeah, so main line will come down here through Knapford. And again, these are from a Trackmaster set, but I do plan on making wooden railway style ones. So it's just kind of going to be like a wooden dowel with like some more wood coming out. I think there was concept art for one that never existed, so I'd probably base it off of that. But yeah, so it'll come through here, come through a tunnel, probably, not totally sure. I haven't fully decided on where tunnels are going to be, but probably one here. And then it'll go over the viaduct, which is very cool. You'll remember that from the first video, where I had the viaducts here that were also wooden. So it's just funny how the placeholder became the permanent. It'll probably go under a road bridge, although I'm not totally sure if it'll extend this far. Come into Wellsworth, and again, I'm going to be making a custom Wellsworth that's more accurate to the books and to the show and all that stuff. There'll be a little siding here. It'll come around, and we're going to have like built up terrain kind of around here. Have like a custom Thomas Wooden Railway like style church somewhere around here, and like an apple orchard, and it'll just be really cool. This inside line comes into the yard, and I'll be sure to have a crossover track somewhere over here for easier access. So this is based off the books, and it's very, I really like Wadsworth Yard in the books. It's very consistent. So, we got this style, which actually does go up to Gordon's Hill, just like in the books. Thomas comes down Gordon's Hill, he comes flying through here, crashes into that siding. And then in Edward and Gordon comes down the main line through here in that direction and goes up the hill and gets stuck. So it's just, I don't know, it's really nice. So I got a couple sheds and sidings for the breakdown train, all that stuff. These end in sidings, even though they should just continue on, but I don't have room for that. Sorry. My throat's a little dry. Have more crossover tracks just for easier access. I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of that print file, I'm telling you, whenever I eventually make it. So this back here goes up Gordon's Hill, and it's just the Railway Series one, so again, it's just 2 tracks, which is very nice, so I don't have to worry about having 3, and it's just a simple up and down. It's not like the TV series where it's got like 4 different sets just for the one hill. So the outside line comes down. This will kind of go into like a brick retaining wall section hill that goes down there, and then it will go back to the coaling plant. I kind of want to base this area back here off of that one, I think it's from Off the Rails. It's the one where like Gordon and Henry are talking in the yard. And I don't know, I just really like that set. It feels very doable and real, and I just kind of want an area like that, even though it'll probably be more accurate over there by the docks. So the inside line just kind of comes through here, and this will be the Thomas's branch line section, like this little bit here. It's going to be very, very small, but I would, if this goes well, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, but if this goes well, I will make an extension to this layout, like over there or something, and clear off the shelves or whatever. And I would love to do like a bigger Thomas's branch line with Farquhar and Farquhar sheds and the quarry and all that stuff. But so if you start here at Knapford, goes past like the water tower, it'll go up here. There'll probably be a water mill here with like there'll be like a little pond here. I would have put the windmill here, but I think thematically it'll make better sense if I make this like kind of a cow field with like a fence that goes around, have a watering hole in the middle that kind of trickles down through the water mill, goes down in the water for the viaduct. I just think that would be really cool. And then the windmill back here, it's not going to be sunk down that low. It'll be propped up on a hill. And then that line just connects to Gordon's Hill. And then this line will go through a very small tunnel right here on the curve. And then I want to put Mrs. Kindly's house like here on a hill and make this like a little trench. And then that just goes into Wadsworth Yards. So that is the plan. I think the only other thing that's like missing from this layout, I would try to put Henry's Tunnel here on this hill, but I don't think we don't have enough room to do it justice. Because you got to have like the switches in front and the siding and all that stuff, but we just don't have room for it. But I could maybe just put a tunnel there, but I think it might just look better if I just keep it simple. So anyway, sorry. So much for the model railway. I'm sorry for those of you who are interested in that, but I promise you this will happen a lot faster than a model railway will, and it will be a lot better for the channel, I think, just in general. For those of you who remember my first year of content, I made this thing, which you can't really see that well, but This was another realistic model railway for wooden. And this has been sitting under here. There's another hill back there. So if you want to watch those videos, it'll kind of be the same thing, but a lot better. And I've gotten a lot better at it. And I know what to do and what not to do and all that stuff. So it'll be cool. And obviously on a much larger scale. So, yeah. But I hope you guys are excited as I am for this. And yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. Hoping this video isn't like super disjointed. I'm hoping it's more like kind of naturally flows as like evolution, I guess, of the layout to eventually get to this point. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'd just like to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.